everybody. This is Tonetta. Hope everybody's doing well. This is Tonetta, the coach, the relationship coach at Speak Your Truth. And I wanted to welcome you all to my channel this evening. And I wanted to remind you all that if you have not subscribed to my channel, to please do so with the button over to your right. And then when the notification bell comes up, click it to all so that you can get all my videos every time that I upload content. And sometimes it's use this a few days a week. I put it that way. So just make sure that you keep that in mind and make sure that you subscribe and click it to all for the notification bell. But I just want to welcome you all in this evening. What I'm talking about this evening, of course, is still my journey to success in the relationship coaching business, actually, because that's the business that I'm in. And just speaking about coaches in general, as far as what we need to learn, as far as us who are new coaches starting off, trying to figure out what to do, how to go about doing things, all that kind of stuff. So as I'm learning, I wanted to, of course, bring my learning and my information onto you all as well. And I'm actually going to start including a lot more information that I guess to let you all know whether it's platforms I'm using, information that I found online, what sites they're at. I'm going to start providing all that kind of stuff for you all because I know was very, very lost. I guess I put it that way. And now I'm being found. I guess I say that. So I'm just now getting to a point where I can say I'm kind of getting a hold of things and kind of understanding things when it comes to our coaching businesses, when it comes to marketing our businesses, when it comes to knowing who we're talking to as far as who our niche is, our target market is, and all that kind of stuff. So, and what platforms that I'm going to be using. You may not use the same platforms, it's fine. But there are some that I'm using, I guess, as far as I can, trying to keep it on a budget, trying to keep it as simple and as free as possible. I know some things, of course, I'll tell you that shortly I had to pay for, but which I know that already. But I'm just, like I said, us new coaches just starting off. I'm working full time still, and I'm sure a lot of you all are as well. So, of course, we want to make sure that we're doing things as simple as we can and for as low cost as we can, if not free. Because I know everything is not free, but there are some free tools that you can, of course, use. I guess I put it that way as well. So with that, I just want to give you all kind of an update of what's been going on the last week. I have been, well, actually the last few days, I guess I uploaded a video the other day. So I guess in the last few days, the Monday, I think I put up a video. So as far as what I've been doing, I've been trying to, of course, let me kind of start a little bit over. Okay. You all know that I'm part of a business coaching program, I guess, excuse me, you can say, as far as teaching me how to start well, it's not really teaching me how to start my business, more that particular program is teaching me more how to scale the business. I had to, of course, take myself out of the business as far as having digital products and all that kind of stuff, webinars, all those kind of things. Teaching you how to funnel, email market, which I know that's for new coaches as well. I would definitely say if you're a new coach like me, because I'm setting mine up now. I'm trying to set mine up now. I just finished creating one of my products tonight, actually. Well, my second product, actually. So I'll get to that shortly as well. But like I said, as far as the group that I'm in, is more for advanced coaches who are probably have been in business for a while already, that kind of thing. And it's not really for us new coaches how to actually start off from ground zero to work our way on up. I don't know. Like I said, I had to look around for other kind of coaches, other coaches. I actually follow Coach Sean. He's here on YouTube. He has a lot of videos for us newbies who are just getting into business. My business is just about 3 months old almost now. So I'm just now, like I said, I'm still getting started. I'm still learning all these things. It's not the coaching part that I'm having an issue with, but it's everything, all the technical platforms, the funneling and finding your niche and finding your target market. All those kind of things is what I've been struggling with, I guess I put it that way. And I just want to make sure that you all know what's going on in this journey to my success, or journey to success, I guess I put it that way, in your coaching business. Like I said, I've had a lot of ups and downs and days I felt like I was going to just say, forget this, I'm tired of this, I'm not doing this no more. And I came right back to it like that next day or that same day or that same night, whatever it was. But I got back into the groove of doing things. No matter how upset I was, the frustration, I did have to let that wear off. But I did get back into it. And like I said, my frustration was coming from because what I was looking at and what I was learning about is really for more advanced coaches. And it really wasn't for me as far as scaling my business because I haven't even started the business yet. So like I said, that's why I went on YouTube and I actually found Coach Sean Smith, actually is his name. I found him several years ago, actually, about 2 years ago, maybe 2, 3 years ago at the most. Trying to, of course, I was looking at the coaching business back then. I never did start the business. I called myself a coach and all this kind of stuff, but I never did even start my business at all. So this time I am. And I guess I have. I put it that way. And like I said, I had to go back to the basics with him because he teaches you how to start the business from the ground up. He speaks more to the new coaches and not to the advanced coaches who have been in business 10 years, 8 years, 5 years, any of those kind of things, and already been doing events, already been doing retreats. He speaks to those who are just now starting and provides the tools and information on how you can, of course, get started as well. And actually, I had a discovery call with one of his assistants actually a few months ago, and of course, me and her talked and about what's going on with my business, all those kind of things, and I went ahead and start getting things going from there. And I actually picked up my first client maybe like a week after that actually. So after telling people about it, I'm looking for clients, and it's actually a free client. I know that's fine. I'm giving myself a few months in the beginning to, of course, work with some of those who are free clients and trying to get more of how to do the discovery calls, how to, of course, ask all the questions that we need to ask, I guess, while the person's talking and speaking their story, telling their truth, all that kind of stuff. And as far as telling me what kind of help that they need. And of course, like I said, learning how to, of course, respond to those things. And like I said, yes, I'm a social worker. That doesn't matter. I've been a social worker over 20 years. I know how to respond to questions at an agency because it's all written down and we already have the information and all that kind of stuff already. But when you're starting off in your own new business, I don't care what business it is, if it's a business that require any kind of forms, but most of them do, require you to ask questions, you're going to need to figure out how to, of course, answer those questions, what kind of information you want to provide and how to provide it, depending on what the person is saying and depends on what the person is, of course, feeling that day. I guess I put it that way as well. And also how far and how much in depth they want to go. Sometimes we may get folks that may not want to go that far in depth with us. I guess I put it that way. It just depends on their comfort zone and as well how willing they are to work on their issues. I guess I say that as well, whatever challenges that they have. And like I said, that's something as a new coach that I'm, of course, learning now. I guess I'd say that as far as my own business goes and not having my own pre-made everything already. I guess I'd say that. So like I said, I'm actually creating those things now, and I don't have my demographic form, that kind of thing at all. But I am going to be creating that soon. I guess I'd say that. As far as when a client, I guess like the application, I guess you can say, instead of demographic, because that sounds kind of crazy. But I guess the relationship coaching application, I'll have that. But like I said, as soon as somebody, of course, contacts me, that's one of the first thing, of course, if they're interested, that kind of thing, I'll be sending that out. And that should be done hopefully in the next week, I would say. Because I'm more right now focused on trying to, well, since I was talking about forms and all that kind of stuff and questions, but I guess that's the end of that. Because like I said, I'm going to have to go ahead and get that form created. But I just want to make sure that you know that in the beginning, you may have to do a lot of clients for free until you get the hang of how things go and how your flow is going to go and what kind of pain points you want to try to reach, I guess, try to touch on with your clients and what kind of pain points you want to solve as well. Because you have to kind of, well, not kind of, but you have to kind of know what kind of arena you want to go into. If it's life coaching, if it's transformational coaching, but you kind of have to narrow it down, whether it's relationships, dealing with families, mothers, I don't know, whoever you want to coach, people who want to change their mindset around their thinking, whatever it is. You have to start working on those things, and you have to know there's no way that you can figure that out unless you go ahead and get started with something. At least just call yourself a life coach if that's all you want to call yourself, and just ask folks and just tell everybody what you're doing, that you're a new coach now, you need some clients, you're trying to work on your process, and you're trying to help, of course, them reach some kind of transformation in the process as well, not just taking all their time and all that kind of stuff, but you want to make sure that you're giving them a transformation and that you're getting the information that you need regarding your processes. So just keep that in mind and how you want your coaching sessions to go and flow. I guess I'd say that. So make sure that you keep that in mind. Um, I know I mentioned a little bit earlier about me learning how to do the funneling, I guess email marketing, sales marketing, all that kind of stuff in the funneling process. I actually did. I think I may have told you all that I was using MailChimp, and that was a free program. I mean, it still is a free program, but you can only do so much. You cannot do the automations in there. I guess I put it that way. And maybe I probably put this part in another video, I guess more in depth in another video. But just keep in mind that if you're wanting some kind of email marketing program that does your automated funnels and stuff like that, that you're going to have to pay for a program. The basic plan, at least I know the Mailchimp, I did have to go ahead and get the basic plan, or actually it was the standard plan, which is the one that comes with the automatic the automations and stuff like that for the funnels, so that I can learn how to build my funnels with the products that I'm offering and that kind of thing. And like I said, I'll do another video to go more in depth on that as well. But I just want to let you know, like I said before, we can coaches, especially with us trying to start off and get things going, we want to make sure that we try to build as much as we can on a budget, and as much as we can do it as simple as possible and as cheap as possible at that point. I guess I put it that way, just enough to get you going. You don't want to spend thousands and hundreds of dollars on platforms and programs when you don't even have any clients yet. The main thing with getting off is getting started in the coaching business, what I'm finding out is that you have to start working on your processes and your flows, and how you're going to answer all these questions, and how you're going to ask these questions of the folks that you're talking to, because it's mostly a conversation. It's a dialogue going back and forth. Sometimes you may get tripped up on words, or you have to think about where you want to go next, and that's what I'm figuring out with all this as well. So you have to kind of know those basics first, I guess I would say. I'm not saying that you cannot get a platform or do the Mailchimp. It's free. Just go ahead and start off and try to see if you can go ahead and get some people's emails into your database and that kind of thing, so that you can, of course, start marketing to those folks. You can, of course, go ahead and start doing that. But like I said, just keep it all free and simple in the basics. You don't need anything to pay for a platform in the beginning if you can help it. With me, I did have to go ahead and pay for the basic plan or the standard plan, whichever one it was, because I'm creating the products now, and I'm trying to put the products into my sales funnel. I guess I put it that way. So that's what I'm creating. I just finished my coupon book today, so I got that, and I got my freebie and all that kind of stuff started. So like I said, I'll definitely include more of that in another video talking about Mailchimp and how I started with that and the kind of processes I went through with that. I'll do that as well. It may come like a few days after this video, but just make sure that you look out for it. But like I said, try to do things as simple and as free as you can. Yes, you're going to need some kind of platforms to of course, collect emails on. Yes, I know a lot of us may not want to get, well, I don't have any problems with social media or technology. It's just learning learning the information, learning the platforms that folks will give you bits and pieces and tell you to do this, and they don't walk you through the entire process and leave stuff out. I'm assuming on purpose, so they can get paid to show you how to do the rest. I'm the kind of person, I'll figure it out on my own, and so and that's what I've been doing. And I have figured it out with Mailchimp. Like I said, that's the easiest one that I can use right now. You may choose something else, but just keep in mind that at some point in the first maybe 6 months, you do want to try to start looking at some kind of email sequencing program, email marketing program, something that that you can create your sales funnels out of. So just make sure that you keep that in mind. I'm trying to see what else as far as the last week. Oh, but the products I've been creating actually. Talking about the funneling and all that kind of stuff. Um, One thing I would say for new coaches that's just starting off, you have to decide what kind of coach I guess what you want to see in your business. Whether you want to be a coach that just works with people face to face all the time, whether it's in person or whether it's on Zoom or whatever kind of streaming platform you want to use, or whether you're a coach that wants to have products and classes and webinars, pre-recorded stuff and things like that. You have to kind of figure that out, or you want to have a combination of the two. Most coaches that I see, they do have combination of the two. They have, of course, the top tier is like their face-to-face coaching and that kind of thing, and everything else up under that is like more of like the products and services that they can offer that's on automation, so they can, of course, still bring an income to, of course, create that part of a passive income stream. And yes, that will take a little bit of time. It's not going to be right away. Well, for most people, it's not right away. It may be like a sale or two here and there, that kind of thing, which is good. But it won't bring you in thousands, I'm sure, like the first day or first week that you start or first month either. Like I said, I'm just building mine. I have looked at some videos. And just keep in mind, new coaches, that if you're looking on YouTube and Google, well, YouTube is where I've been looking at a lot. And, of course, on Google as well. They have a lot of coaches well, not coaches, but people that's on here talking about how you can create your lead magnets and your freebies to, of course, draw folks into your funnel. All those I guess like the coder market people. I guess I'd say that. And just keep in mind that you can always utilize free YouTube University and Google University to, of course, look at anything that you're trying to find and get some information. And I know when I'm the kind of person that loves to research and loves to look at things, and I think I probably research too much and um, stay on that research path a little bit too much, I guess I put it that way. Instead of taking action right away and that kind of thing, and I wait until I think I have enough, and I'm like, I already have enough. I've been studying this for 15 years. I should know by now. But like I said, in my mind, I have to keep looking and keep reading and keep studying. But I'm trying to get out of that mode, and now I'm into action mode, I guess I put it that way. Because I know that's what's held me back, and I'm sure that's what's holding some of you all back as well. And for those that's not holding back, and for those who just procrastinate and haven't started anything and haven't done anything, and actually for all of us who starting off new, just keep in mind you're going to have to put in some sweat equity, meaning that you're going to have to find some information. You're going to have to research information. You're not going to know everything at all when it comes to coaching. You're not going to know everything at all when it comes to how do your first session look, or how the first session flows, what kind of things you should say, act, all this kind of stuff. You're not going to know everything when it comes to figuring out how to do your freebie, how to connect it all to your email marketing, how to do all the funnels. You're going to have to, of course, research. If you wanted to go into transformational coaching like me, even though it's with couples, you're going to have to kind of know what transformational coaching is, whether you want to use NLP or some other kind of system or whatever you want to use as far as trying to, of course, work your clients through to their transformation. You're going to have to research those things. You're going to have to study those things. So just keep that in mind. It's not going to just come to you all of a sudden unless you're a genius and it just flies out of the air and you just get this stuff. Most folks, you don't. You have to go through the trials and tribulations. You have to learn. I don't care if it's the email marketing platform. I don't care if it's the lead magnet information that you need. I don't care if it's how to create your first product or your first worksheet, your first workbook, how to do an ebook, how to do live videos, whatever it is. You're going to have to educate yourselves on those things. It's not just going to come to you, especially if you have not done those things before. So just keep that in mind. I know that we want to just get started, go ahead and go. But you can get started and go ahead and go. But just keep in mind that you're going to have to, at some point, put in sweat equity, learning. You're going to have to learn this craft. You're going to have to learn what funneling is. You're going to have to learn what email marketing is, what a freebie is, what a lead magnet is, all those things. You're going to have to learn that. If you've never used social media to the point where you have to set up an actual business page on Facebook or on LinkedIn, or if you never ran a group on Facebook before, you want to have a group for your business, that kind of thing. You have to learn those things if you don't know how to do those things. Facebook and LinkedIn, all the platforms give you excellent tutorials on how to use their platform. So definitely utilize that as well. It is all free. It's all like in their, most of the time it's like in their, I guess like well, I don't know if it's like their search bars or which tab it actually is. I can't say it's the settings tab. I don't know. Oh, it's the help tab. It's called help. Though each platform has like a help section it's like a help desk that you can go to get the information from. Like I said, if you can't find it on YouTube or Google, that kind of thing, keep in mind that all the platforms have that information on there, most of it as well. They may not go more into depth. They may just give you the basics. But if you have no idea how to start a Facebook group and get it growing, or if you have no idea how to start a Facebook business page, they'll walk you through that whole process. So, like I said, just make sure that you go ahead and do those things. Even if it's doing live videos, if you've never done a live video, there's groups out there that can help. There's other tutorials that you can look at that's people doing live videos and showing you how to do it. I'm a member of a group on Facebook called Live Masters, Live Masters, Masters, and Mike Chavez runs that group. And in that group, I started that group back in the fall of 2017. That group focuses on teaching you how to have confidence in doing your videos and learning how to do live videos just by answering the question of the day. Just for at least a minute on video talking, you can start off with a minute. At least get to a minute. And like I said, just talking about cats or how you like the clouds or whatever. That group teaches you all that. And it walks you through that, I guess, like I said, those processes. But in order for you to get started, you have to start somewhere. If you start in Live Masters or if you find another live video group that you want to start in, go ahead and do that. And if you just want to get on your phone, just click the go live button, just start talking about who you are and what you're trying to do. Just go ahead and do that as well. That's what I kind of did. I mean, I just went ahead and got started. I started telling my story and speaking my truth, and people were like, who is this? What's going on? She telling all her business, what's happening. But I was teaching lessons within all that. If you want to do it that way, that's what I did. You don't have to do that if you're not, of course, to that point yet. I was tired of holding all this stuff in, so I did. Like I said, you can do a live video all kind of ways. You just have to get the confidence to go ahead and do the video. Nothing's going to be perfect. I don't care if it's your video, your worksheet, your first funnel, anything. None of that stuff. Just keep in mind, new coaches, it's not going to be perfect when you first start. You're going to have some trials and tribulations. You're going to have to tweak things all the time as you go through, as you learn. You're going to have to do that. Nothing's going to be perfect. Not even your live videos. My videos aren't perfect, as you see. Well, I guess they're better than what they were back 2 and a half, 3 years ago. But like I said, they're not perfect. Nothing's going to be perfect. All you can do is get on here and do your best and try to get your point across and do what you need to do. I guess I put it that way. Like I said, nothing's going to be perfect, but you just have to get started somewhere. You just can't sit back and, oh my God, I'm going to study this and study that like I had done at certain points. I'm going to get this, I'm going to get that. But if you never start and never figure out how to actually improve, you can't even improve anything if you haven't got started. You have to start taking action in order to get consistent with things. In order for things, in order for you to like learn things and to pick things up, you have to get started to know what kind of faults you have. You have to get started in order to get feedback from other folks. You have to get started to get constructive criticism. You have to get started to know your processes and to learn where you want to go. If you don't get started with anything, you won't get anywhere. I can tell you that. So like I said, new coaches definitely look at that and definitely keep that in mind when you're going, when you're starting your business, when you're trying to start your business, when you're trying to find your way through your business. Make sure that you're looking at those kind of things. It's not going to come unless you already know all the information already, which most of us don't. Whether I'm a social worker or you're a psychologist or whatever you are, you still have to learn some things. Not probably not everything. Some folks like me may have good rapport already, or because I've done interviewing for almost 10 years, like in the programs I used to work and working with single moms in a shelter. I mean, I know how to do those back and forth conversations. I guess I put it that way. And talk about suicide or whatever the domestic violence or whatever it is. Like I said, I have that experience because that's my 21 years plus of experience. But some things I had to learn. I had to learn all this social media, not the platforms itself, but the tools to use in order to start and run your business. Like I said, the email marketing, the funneling, I had to learn all. I'm still learning all those things. I'm working my way through it, how to build my products and how to build my first actual video series. I'm going to be doing that soon, with actually probably starting this weekend as well. I've never actually done an actual video series that I'm going to actually put up for market. I've done a video series, but it hasn't been a straight teaching series, that kind of thing. So I'm new at that part, I guess I put it that way. Yes, I can get on film and talk about a topic and teach, but it's actually bullet points that I want to talk about, tips that I want to give, and information that I want to give to the couple so they can know that they can go away with something and have some type of transformation within their union. Now that I do have to, of course, educate myself on as far as practicing on how to, of course, teach, and I'm doing that now in my videos. As you all can tell that I'm teaching more and that kind of thing, and trying to give you advice and giving you tips and things that you can take away and actually utilize right then and right there in that moment. So I just want to say that, like I said, I have to learn and you have to learn as well. I don't care which part of the process it is, something you're going to have to put sweat equity in to learn how to do. I guess I put it that way. So like I said, definitely keep that in mind, new coaches. And I know I've been speaking to the new coaches lately, but and going through my journey to success and that kind of thing as far as coaching and all that. But I guess that's the interest of mine as well as far as starting this business, because I'm noticing not a lot of people out here who are doing coaching, they're not really teaching new coaches how to get started and what to do. It's more of those business coaches who are teaching coaches how to scale their businesses and all that kind of thing, and to get it to 100,000 and all this. We haven't even got to 100 yet. So that's the part that I'm of course working on right now, and I'm sure some of you all are working on as well. So like I said, I just want to bring these videos to you all, and the other ones may not. The other videos that I have, my journey to success, it may not say coaching, but it may have networking or different things like that on there, and I'm talking about coaching and networking and how to do that and how to expand your net worth. I guess your network, to guess, which expands your net worth. I'm saying that right. I talked about that in the video as well. So definitely go and check those out. And I've been doing these videos for like the last month and a half, I guess now, especially targeting towards my success, my journey to success in business and in life and that kind of thing. Just to, of course, let others out there know what the process is going to kind of look like and how it's going to feel like and kind of what you're going to go through. So I know I'm not the only one out there who's just starting a coaching business or any type of business, because some of these tools and information can help you in any kind of business. But just keep that in mind as we go through this process. And like I said, I definitely want to thank you again for tuning in. And I guess for those again, if you have not checked, click the button to subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and do that now. And for those of all, of course, make sure that you're clicking the all on the notification bell so that you can receive all the videos that I upload whenever I do upload them. And lately it's been like a few times a week, so just keep that in mind. And like I said, I want to thank you all again for tuning in and learning a little bit about what kind of processes I can let you all know, I guess let you all in on what I've been going through this week, and hopefully some of you all can pick up on some of the things and put them inside your business as well, especially the tips and the mindset and that kind of thing as well. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I want to say thank you all again for tuning in, and everybody have a great evening, y'all. Bye-bye.